Biafrans reject the global conspiracy against the Biafran people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They said investigate, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent lives that are being wasted away. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa now.
Oh mama Biafra, where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. We Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go they strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we they fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. With Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, oh I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature. That's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case of what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a movement that I lead. You think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are. 30.
Who are those? They claim that are the Igbo Union or Igbo community. These are people that doesn't have profile. There is no single profile. Nothing. There is nothing to write home about. So onye are there assign no. I say because I say to Vanguard. Vanguard. Because Vanguard is looking for anybody. Just if you want to be noticed today in Nigeria, call yourself one thing. You can give yourself even Igbo Zurume. When we're doing Igbo Zurume, take one name now. Just write Simon Ekpa. You drag Simon Ekpa to Washington. You drag Simon Ekpa. Bam. It may appear. If you want to advertise your organization, and you have been trying and nobody is listening to you, if you want your organization to be published on Nigerian newspaper, write that Simon Ekpa, that you are taking Simon Ekpa to the highest court in the world. Bam! You are going to appear on Vanguard.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, wherever you're watching from. I welcome you to this amazing program. Please like and share to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. We are here once again to expose the Zoological Republic and their agenda. The evil of the contraption called Nigeria, we're here to tear it into pieces once again, bringing you information coming from the United States of Biafra under our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nandekano, today under leadership of Dr. Ngozo Rabweze. Wherever you are watching from, please like and share this program, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. Make sure you relate this information so that everybody will get it. It is very important. As always, every day we come here to do revision of our previous program. We are here once again to revise previous program that some of you did not pay attention to. I want you to pay close attention to every single discussion that's made there. It is for your own sake. It is for Biafra. It is for our collective interest. Chukwu Okike is going to lead us. Remember, today is fundraising. Our fundraising is going to start by 7 p.m. dot. We are going to be here until 7 p.m. We are going to switch over to the fundraising and contribute to the raising of funds to support Biafra, to defend our land, to continue to seek recognition. It is you and I that will fund the government. Nobody's going to fund it. You and I will do the funding, and we have to do it now. My fellow Biafrans, let us pay attention and hear what the Biafrans have to say on the previous program. Your video or not appearing with your video. All we need is your contribution. If you're appearing on video, make sure you appear in a decent manner. We cannot admit you on the platform. The official. Just go there. You are going to see the link. Once you scroll down, you're going to meet the link. When you see the link, then you come from there. See also the link to join the Zoom. You can see it there. The link to join the Zoom. All you need to do is click on that link and you will find yourself in the Zoom. Then you will make your contribution and your receipt is going to come to you automatically. And then whatever receipt you used to pay for, you can send it to any of the representatives to make sure. You can send it to even your administrator in your area. If you're in Biafra land, you can send to your administrator. You can send to your admin in any place you are, or any media warrior, you can send your receipts for record purposes. And that receipt will be transmitted to the finance department of the United States of Biafra to keep record. And I think today is state fundraising. I think, yes, today is state fundraising. You support your own state. The fundraising of today is done according to states. So whichever state you belong, you make your contribution towards your own state. Whatever money you donate, you mention your state, that money will go to the defense of your state. That is what today donation is being made. Remember, the Liberation Army of Biafra is decentralized. The 40 states in Biafra land, every one of them have their command. So all those commands are funded according to how the people contribute. So if you want your command to be more active, more equipped than others, it is left for you to fund your own command. So whatever contribution you make, it will go towards your own command among the 40 states of Biafra. If you are a Biafran, a genuine Biafran today, and you don't know your state yet, I wonder what you have been doing all this while. Except you are just joining because we know every day new people are joining. Every day new people are getting the awareness and they're waking up. So if you have just woken up, just try to make an inquiry from those who have been around to let you know your state. We have 40 states in Biafra land, not like the one they had in the zoo before. So we are operating based on our 40 states. So whatever donation you make today, it is to your state. When you make your donation, you mention your state, the money will be remitted to your own state command, and your state command will use it judiciously to make sure that their people are being protected. Many a time we get calls, people who are calling and telling us what is happening in their area. Many people are calling, demanding that the Liberation Army should come to their area. This is one of the means you can be able to fasten your area, equip them, and make sure that you don't need to be making all those calls. They will be at an alert 24/7. So when you hear about decentralization, it is for your own good. It is for my own good. But some people, because of their selfish interest, they refuse to buy into the decentralization. We don't want to build another zoo where people will continue to do things the way they want, where some individual will hijack everything and expect us to be worshiping them. No, every region is going to be on their own. So my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, I urge every one of you to try as much as possible to join the fundraising today. Do not hesitate to be part of the fundraising. It is very important. That is one of the major assignments we have now. The major assignment we have now in this very present time that we are in restoration, is funding to restore Biafra fully on the ground. The dream of Biafra has come to pass. The declaration has been made on the 29th of November 2024. And today, what are we doing? All we are doing today is to equip that Biafra as much as we can to do things that we are supposed to do and make things right. The recognition of Biafra is one of the places where the government is doing tremendous work. The Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orebeze, is very busy with members of the cabinet pursuing the recognition of Biafra in all ramifications, sending letters where necessary, meeting appointments with different governments and different organizations, seeking for recognition for the United States of Biafra. That is what they are doing. Then in restoration fully on the ground for us to move fully back home, because that is the step that we're in. We need to equip ourselves, and equipping ourselves means that we need to equip our Liberation Army. In that area, finance is seriously needed. At this phase where we are, it all amounts to money. The consultations you're going to be making for recognition, it will cost money. Traveling from places to places, to government, transmission of documents and all that, every of these costs money. Interacting with our private lobbyists that are working for the United States of Biafra, it all costs money. then the full restoration on the ground, you know, our Liberation Army needs equipment. So now you understand the responsibility that lies on our shoulder. It lies on you, it lies on me. There is no organization in the world that is funding Biafra. No government in the world is funding Biafra. It is you and I. We are the ones that's going to fund our own liberation, just like other people have done in the past. The Jews did that, and today they have the state of Israel. They funded it by themselves, and they got it. We can do better, and that is why already Biafrans are doing marvelously well. I appreciate everyone that have been participating and playing one role or the other to see that we get to promised land. Continue to do what you know how to do best. Do not get distracted. Do not be tempted. Do not allow yourself to be deceived. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, remain steady. Remain focused. Do not allow anyone to distract you. And I bet you at the end of the day, you'll be glad you are on the right path. Once again, I say happy weekend to every one of us. And we have come today to preach the gospel as we always do. Today we have chosen a title which says, "The quest for survival is the reason for the unstoppable wave of Biafra restoration happening today." The quest for survival is the reason for the unstoppable wave of Biafra restoration happening today. When you see the way Biafrans are today pursuing Biafra restoration, when you see the way the Biafrans are taking the bullet regardless all the hindrances, obstacles, when you see the way the members of the cabinet are pursuing what is happening today, you will understand that is quest for survival. I can see our Secretary of Information on the comment section. I see her comments. You're welcome, Honorable Secretary of Information, Dr. Agi. Thank you so much for being there to observe what we are doing. Thank you. I don't know why the link is not allowing me to put it. I tried to put on the link. They are not allowing me to put the link today. I can't understand why they do not want me to send the link. There are thousands of Biafrans that are well connected in all countries of the world. Many of them that are politicians in countries of the world. There is one in Canada. One lady in Canada, a politician. Do you know what she was doing? She was putting a bill in Canada to celebrate Nigeria independent in Canada. A Biafran. A Biafran was pushing a bill in Canadian cabinet to celebrate Nigeria independent in Canada. A Biafran. Go to UK, you will see Biafrans. In Europe, so many European countries, you see Biafrans who are in politics, doing very well, in nice positions. In the United States, there are many. How many of them speak of Biafra? How many of them? It is not that they don't know what their people are facing in Biafra land. They know the challenges we are facing. They know that we are caged. They know the trouble we are going through in Nigeria. It is very, very clear to them. No, you don't need to preach that to them. They know it. But these people have decided to be on their own. Some of them, when you discuss with them, they have genuine reason. Because of the way some of us behave in this agitation, we scare people away from coming in. When you look at our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Musa, you can imagine the way people denigrate her. This is another person that have built a career for herself in the United States. A doctor that owns hospital in the United States. Do you know what it takes to own a hospital in the United States? Do you know what it means? People that are nurses, doctors alone, you know how they live. Let alone someone that own hospital in the United States, have built her own career. All around, even within the Nigerian space, she had a career. She dropped it. Even within Nigerian space, she had a career. She dropped it. And today, look at when you see some people who talk to her, who came online on their camera and begin to talk to her, you begin to wonder. People that don't have any personality. It's just like these people who call themselves whatever they call themselves today are standing against her. Ask them about their pedigree. Let them show us their qualifications. Those who are parading themselves today as almighty this and that, challenging her authority, calling her names, tell them to present their qualification to us. Let us see. People that do not know their left and right. But simply because we have decided to choose a path of redemption for every one of us, for our collective interest, not a selfish or personal interest. And I bet you, if you are not called for this, you can't do it. That is why I say I don't blame some of them who has that great opportunity abroad and they don't talk about Biafra. They are not called. And we're not expecting that everybody should come. But we wish that everybody should come. But when you look at the way some of us behave and the way we talk, if you are not called for this mission, you can't do it. But I bet you, the reason why people who are committed are doing what they are doing today is because it is a quest for survival. That is why the restoration of the independence of Biafra is mandatory, non-negotiable. Restoration, full restoration of Biafra is non-negotiable. And that is why today when you see Dr. Ngozi Orebeze speaking, it doesn't matter what you tell her. It doesn't matter what you call her. Mazen Nandekano, there is nothing they didn't call Mazen Nandekano. At a point in time, Mazen Nandekano told us, I've made it clear, that when they call you a terrorist, it is a badge of honor. And when you are doing things and they're not castigating you, you better check yourself again. But when they are calling you names, they call you a secessionist, they call you a terrorist, they call you a troublemaker, they call you this one, madman, madwoman, whatever they call you, is a badge of honor. People that was before you, they call them the same name. That was how they were castigated. People that came before you were castigated. Martin Luther King, that is being celebrated today in the United States, at a point in time, Martin Luther King was seen as a troublemaker. He was called a terrorist. He was called different derogatory name. Gandhi of India, that is being celebrated today, Gandhi was called a terrorist. Gandhi was called different derogatory name, but today he's a person that the whole world celebrates. Nelson Mandela was called a terrorist. There was no derogatory name they did use for him. They called him a different kinds of name. But at the end of the day, he celebrated. Nelson Mandela, his name was still in the terrorist list in the United States until he died. Some of you didn't know that. It was revealed that his name was still in the terrorist list. Even after he was released, he became a president, his name was still there. Designated as a terrorist. So that is why it doesn't frighten us. It doesn't threaten us when they call us all these names. It is a badge of honor. And for those who know what they want and why they are doing what they are doing, you cannot get distracted. We can't get distracted. No matter how they do it, we won't get distracted. Because this is a quest for survival. It is a matter of life and death. Look at what is happening in Nigeria today. Just take a look. Not even from what we are saying on social media. Go to their own conventional media and look at the situation of Nigeria. from the eye of their conventional media. Look through the eye of the, don't look through the agitation. Through the eye of the conventional media, look at Nigeria and tell me what you see. Does Nigeria look like something that is redeemable? Does it look like anything is going to change anytime? People's life are in danger. People are barely scared of themselves. You wake up in the morning from your house and you walk out. You are not even sure if you're going to make it home. Those of us that are living abroad, each time you wake up and you hear a call from Nigeria or a missed call from Nigeria, you see 2, 3, 4, you get scared. But it's supposed to be a call that brings joy. It's supposed to be whenever you see a call, you'll be happy. At least people from your home are speaking. But each time you get a call, the first thing that will come to your mind, has somebody been kidnapped? Or is somebody terribly sick? Because you know, even if it's sick, then when somebody falls sick, it is difficult to get a good hospital to treat such person. But the most dangerous one now is kidnapping. When you hear a call, you are not even sure. Your mind is going right, left, and center. So it's affecting everybody, both those living at home and abroad. Even if you are abroad with all your family, there are extended families back home. Whenever you see that number 2, 3, 4, your mood will change. Until you hear a word and it happens to be a good discussion, then you calm down. How long are we going to continue to live in such situation? How long? For how long are we going to continue to live in such situation? It is very, very sad. Very, very sad. When we talk about this issue, some people think it's just about the Biafran. It is not just about the Biafrans alone. It's not just about the Biafran alone. This is an issue that concerns everyone. It is an issue that concerns every single one of us. Every one of us. It concerns us. So don't think that it is something that concerns only those who are back then. We must continue to look through and pursue the freedom of the people. No matter what the enemies are saying, no matter what they do, we must make sure that we speak the truth and continue to pursue our freedom. I'm still trying to paste the link, but it's not allowing me. This is crazy. I'm still trying to paste the link, but it's not allowing me. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama to stay strong. Do not get distracted. No matter the obstacles you see from east, west, north, and south, no matter the obstacles you see from all directions, all angles, we must get focused. The danger in Nigeria today, the only remedy remains the United States of Biafra. It doesn't matter whether you are a Biafran or not, whether you believe in Biafra or you don't believe in Biafra. I urge every single one of you to please continue to do your part and do what you have to do. Do not get distracted. Do not get distracted. I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. No matter what happens, never give up. We are going to fight this battle until we win it. I think just give me 1 minute. Let me refresh and see. Let me just refresh and see if we can be able to, I can be able to paste this link. Let me load, refresh. Just a minute. Hold on, hang on with me. Let me refresh and get back. Let me try it once more and see if we can get through.
To save you are the ones, they are now floating a radio station.
The same. It's not going through. It's not going through. This is crazy. This is crazy. Well, we must continue. We must continue. So, my fellow Biafrans, as I was saying, it is those challenges we face when we come online. But meanwhile, I'm going to play this. Let's listen to this very message of our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano. Let's listen to this message of Supreme Mazen Nandekano while I try to see if I can resolve that issue. Let's hear this message from our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano.
For Hausa people, you know, all these years when they were conquering you, Hausa, they said Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. But now they feel they have taken you over. Now they feel that they are at the crust of their conquest of Nigeria. They are now floating a radio station, no longer in Hausa language, but in their native Fulani language, Fufude. What does that tell you? As an average Nigerian, I wonder when, maybe there's something in the cow. You know, they have sex with cows and after that they sell it to us and we eat. Maybe that is when they succeed in hypnotizing us. The interviewer was asking for evidence. Let me now give you the evidence. It was us that translated this very evidence. Now it's all over the place. It's gone viral. Now let us hear from the mouth of the Fulani terrorist that the APC brought into Nigeria. Let us hear from them.
Idan ba gwamnati ta daure man wanda yake cikin daji ya ta'addanci ba Allah ubangiji ya tsine ma Allah dauki rayuwa ta a wurin nan.
Listen, it's in Hausa.
Allah ce saniya aka san shi da ita sai noma. Saniya ba ta haifar bindiga AK-47.
AK-47.
Allah ce bai da makera da zai kera bindiga AK-47.
AK-47.
Gwamnati ke turowa har muka samu. Mu kuma wallahi dalilin da ya sa billahi lazi shekara na bakwai ina makarantar allo amma lokacin da na dawo na tsinci kaina a cikin wannan abun wallahi ina mamaki kullum ina tunanin rayuwata.
If I'm lying,
saboda mahaifana akalla a kasar dan banga da su.
What did this man say? I will translate for you. It's on my Twitter. I don't know if it's on my Facebook page. That is why, because of these things, that is why Facebook is busy blocking, banning, suspending people. What did this man say? I'll take off my glasses to read. This man said, I swear to the Almighty Allah, that is the government, the same APC government that our brother was talking about earlier, that gave us arms. I am saying this for people that believe in one Nigeria. That is why I'm... Who are they? Who created this Nigeria? Who created these people that cannot reason very well? Let me read what this man said. I swear to the Almighty Allah, that is the government, that is APC government, so-called Buhari government, that is giving arms to us. Fulani don't know what gun is. We are only headsmen. Cows don't give birth to guns. I swear to Allah, we are on our own, and the government gave us AK-47. I am not afraid to say the truth. Bishop Coker, are you listening? All of you idiots that believe in one Nigeria, are you listening? You morons, monkeys. All of you who are being deceived by this multicultural, multi-ethnic garbage, can you listen? The government that you are hoping to save you are the ones giving arms to those who have come to kill you. And you get up tomorrow morning and you say, believe in one Nigeria. That was why when Ozo 1 was under attack, that was why when these people, they gave guns to attack Nimbo, Ifani Ugwani called, the Enugu State governor called Buhari many times. Buhari ignored his calls. Ugwani called the commander of the 2 division. No one took his call. He called the commissioner of police for Enugu. No one took his call. But anytime IPOB is having meeting, you come and start shooting people. But when the same people were under attack by those that they are sponsoring, they were nowhere to be found. Is that a type of country? Is that the type of country you wish to belong to? Let's be honest about everything. If this insecurity were being caused by a group of disgruntled Fulani businessmen, you can understand. If this insecurity were being caused by a group of, say, very retarded Fulani politicians, of which there are many of them, I can understand. But insecurity is being caused by the government itself, the APC government. Our brother said it here, and you think he's lying. The people that they get, do you know where they said that? In front of Sheikh Gumi, Abubakar Gumi. He went to the forest to go and meet the bandits, and the bandits told him it was the government that gave us the guns. We don't know what guns are until they gave it to us. That's why I asked you, if they're coming all the way from Mali and from Niger, how did they cross the border with guns? If you claim that those terrorizing us are from Niger Republic, so you don't have customs and immigration in the north anymore? Or because you see yourselves as one people, so there is no border patrol, no border policing, nothing. But you have closed the border now for nearly a year and a half. So the border is closed. And you're from the south and you're shouting one Nigeria. Do you see the depth of your foolishness? Can you see it? When I say it, it's not out of hatred. People say, oh, I don't like his style of agitation because I tell you the truth. A governor said, the governor of Bauchi State, we are bringing in Fulanis. We are coming to settle Fulani in Nigeria. He said it, he wasn't hiding. We are coming to settle Fulani in your land, in your villages. Do you know why that is possible? Because you believe in one Nigeria. If you are on your own, nobody can try it. It's called an act of war or invasion. But Fulani is carrying out an act of war and invasion into your territory because you are under one Nigeria. So in other words, they are using, Nigeria is providing them a cover to carry out a conquest on entire, should I say, ethnic nationalities across the zoo. Is it clear to you now? Do you now understand what we are saying? Bishop Coker is afraid. He's from Sokoto, he's a minority. So he thinks that when Nigeria breaks up, Fulani will swallow them alive. But I want to tell them that we are all students of history. There is a group of, or there were a group of people called the Huguenots from France. During the height of Reformation, they were being persecuted by the French authorities who were Catholic. People don't know that Roman Catholic fought with Anglican Church in those days. People don't know this, but that's life. Do you know what happened? Britain, being a Protestant nation, offered amnesty or struck a deal with France to say, give me all your Protestants. We'll absorb them. They're called the Huguenots. And they came into Britain. That is where the lives of Sir Peter de la Billière is a French name. But his family settled in England. He rose to become a general and led the war. In the Desert Storm, it was him that commanded the British forces in the Desert Storm. His ancestors were French, the Huguenots. So what I'm saying to Bishop Coker and all northern Christian minorities today is this: on my honor and on my life, I swear before God Almighty in heaven that with the coming of Biafra, every Christian northerner will be allowed to settle in Biafra land. So you see, Bishop Coker, you have nothing to be afraid of. You have a place where you can practice your faith without looking over your shoulder all the time, thinking who's coming to kill me. You will come to Biafra land and you will live there a very peaceful, fulfilled life in Biafra land. The same thing that the English did for the French Protestants, they're called the Huguenots. The same thing we are going to do for you. If you feel that you're threatened in the Sharia core north, and because of that, you think that having the East and the West in one Nigeria will save you as if some kind of insurance against elimination by the crazy, mad Fulani Janjaweed, you will come to Biafra land. We will give you asylum. You will stay there. Your generations will live and thrive. We are accommodating people. We welcome visitors. Then you will see what Biafra is like in real life, not the miserable existence you have in Sokoto. You want to stay in a country where people are threatening your life because you spoke. You said your mind and they're threatening you. What I'm offering you is what happened in England, though. The same England telling you to talk about one Nigeria. There was a time that the lives of French Protestants were under threat in France. England said, give them to us, we'll take them. They were all sent to England. They are called the Huguenots. We offer you the same asylum today to Bishop Coker and to all endangered northern Christians. You can all come to Biafra. We will accommodate you gladly. Gladly. I'm saying this live on air, so if I renege on this, you know, they said the internet never lies. They can go back and dig up this very video and say, you said this on the 8th of March, 2021. So you can come to us. This is the reason why everywhere the Janjaweed are dealing with us. They always come to your village and appoint one person as somebody. You know, one thing about you people is this. You always think that tomorrow is going to be better. But in Nigeria, tomorrow never ever gets better. Instead, it gets worse. And we are offering you a way out. People were asking for confirmation that Nigeria Army and police are colluding with Fulani terrorists. You know, it was on this platform that I called for OPC to take over from Amotekun. And thankfully, they have taken over. And there are results. There are results. I think earlier yesterday, or was it today, the OPC arrested a Fulani warlord. You know, for us, we don't have time for arrest. We arrest you, of course, and then I think they handed him over to police. When we arrest you, we hand you over to God. God will judge you. They arrested a Fulani warlord, Wakili. Handed him over to police. Police took him to hospital. The same police in Biafra land, they will shoot innocent IPOB family members if they go to hospital and abduct them and the doctor and send them to Abuja to be locked up. Do you understand that? That is what they have been doing. I don't know who is calling me. I don't know what for. It's not an interactive session, so don't call me. They came to Olo, they went to Anambra, they shot people, they took them to Abuja, took the doctor as well, treating them to Abuja. In the West, they apprehended a terrorist, they killed a murderer, a rapist, a bandit, handed the bandit over to the police. The police took him to hospital for treatment, specialist hospital. What other evidence do you need that the police and the army are colluding with those that they imported to come and kill you? And you wake up in the morning and you say you're a Nigerian. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Don't you have any shame within you? God Almighty in heaven. I've never seen people as daft and as foolish as this. They took him, he was arrested by OPC. You know what they said? Those that arrested this man, he said, or your police are sure of diligent prosecution of suspected criminals. The criminals now are the OPC men that arrested the bandit. Nigeria is astonishing. You arrested a rapist, a mass murderer, a killer, and a land grabber. Took him to the police. The police now arrested you. Took the man to hospital. Beat you, all of you up, and put you in the cell. They say police is your friend. Anyway, I thank God that there are some these guardian angels that came. I don't know where they came from. They are called unknown gunmen. I don't know where they came from. Maybe they are the spirit of all those killed by the police and the army. And they are avenging the death of the people that the police and the army killed. They are called unknown gunmen. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they come from. But they are fighting for the poor. They are like Robin Hood, but in this case, they are not robbing the poor, the rich to pay the poor, no. They are robbing the criminals, the murderers of their own lives. Murderers in the police and the army. People don't know what is coming, do they? They have no idea. I feel sorry for the zoo. They have no idea. Any day that all of you gang up to support your one Nigeria garbage, the more you're digging your collective graves. Nigeria can never ever be fixed. It's broken beyond repair. Can never be fixed. Look at Sultan of Sokoto talking rubbish. The spiritual leader, whatever rubbish he is of the zoo. Sultan of Sokoto, that he was in the army. That war is not good. But you Fulanis are the ones living war on everybody. You took over the whole of Plateau. You came down into Benue. Your people were at also one, massacring people. Then you never talked about war. As soon as we rose up and said enough is enough, now this war language starts to come into your lips. Do you think we are foolish? Do you think we are... Go and bring all the BBCs of this world, every propagandist for neocolonialists. Gang them, bring them together against Biafra agitation. You're wasting your time. Bring them against ESN, you're wasting your time. Arrest all you like. But I'm just warning them. If you're a policeman involved in the arrest of innocent people, all I need to do is to go down on my knees and pray and ask God, please, may unknown gunmen locate you and they will find you. Because God answers my prayers. So all those police stations involved in this raid know that your turn is coming. It's only a matter of time, it will come. Since you want anarchy, you will get anarchy. Since that's what you want. You people, you don't like people that play it gently by the rules. No, not in the zoo. That is how you have been taking over our land, raping our women, abducting us and killing us. We came out at Tombo, you killed us for no reason. Shia people came out at Abuja, you shot them for no reason, for no discernible reason. And all of you saw soldiers with live bullets killing people in broad daylight. No major news outlet carried it in the world. They've bribed all of them. I'm saying it on camera. And I wish that the US Congress can call me to testify. The American ambassador, that woman took bribe from Nigeria. Nigeria bribes every ambassador that comes to Nigeria. They give you loads of money. So you will never report what is happening in Nigeria. You don't know that? I'm saying it live on camera. I wish they can call me in America, come and testify. I will do so. The British High Commissioner is as corrupt as the devil. That woman. She was the one that was responsible for the murder at Lekki. When she went to see Tinubu, I warned everybody, look at this woman, the army will open fire. Not up to 6 hours to open fire, that woman. That's another line. All of you are just looking, because anyway, most of you are blind, you cannot see. And Japan and more. We see things that the mere mortals cannot see. That is why Elohim is with us. That is why everything I say comes to pass. It must happen, it must come to pass. I told them that when we were giving thanks and praises to Elohim, I told them that this horn that this trumpet that we are blowing, anybody who has it in Asorok will go deaf. How many days? And there was fire in Asorok for the very first time. The zoo will be destroyed. Not that we may just get Biafra, so that when this story is written, our children will know that God did it, not man. Man put their faith in their chariots, Britain, you have you're a member of the UN Security Council, you're very strong, you're powerful. All these criminal US ambassadors coming to Nigeria, yeah, you have money, you are US, you will always support Fulani. You people are openly supporting terrorists because of money. Because they bribe you, because Halliburton has oil concessions, because there is a Shell and everything, everybody's milking Biafra. Because of that, it is better we support terrorists. They'll kill the innocent. And you're diplomats. You're diplomats presiding over the slaughter of the innocent. You cannot speak the truth. We are in the middle of a war. The Fulanis have levied war on every indigenous population, ethnic group in Nigeria. All of you can say it. All you can say is invite the Sarakin or Sarakin Fulani Lagos. Not the Oba of Lagos, no. Sarkin Fulani Lagos means the supreme Fulani ruler in Lagos. Because the US ambassador has taken money from Nigeria. Very soon her tour of duty will come to an end and she will go. She will become a multimillionaire. That is why they all want to come to Nigeria. Because Fulani will pay very well to suppress the news, to stop the truth from going out. And all of you will suffer if you don't repent. You will suffer. Mark my words somewhere, you will suffer if you don't repent from your evil ways. You take money from murderers and from killers to suppress the truth. Biden doesn't know what is happening in Nigeria because they rely on the ambassador to feed them accurate information. And that is not happening because they've been bribed. And that is why people are dying in Nigeria. Nigeria is the only place in turmoil, not making it onto the front pages of newspapers all over the world. Nobody talks about it because they are all compromised. They've been bribed. We don't need your one Nigeria to survive. They tried, can you imagine the nonsense? They brought in their food blockade. They said we will not send food to the south. They are perishable goods. So the items got spoiled in the north. The government now turned around to pay them almost 500 billion. They are the ones that said they will not sell their goods to the south. The goods are now rotten in the north. And the government paid them compensation of nearly 500 billion. And you're one Nigeria. Tomorrow morning, you idiotically wake up in the morning and say, I'm a Nigerian. As I said before, before I used to blame white people for racism, I no longer blame them for it. Because we are the cause of racism. Our stupidity as black people is responsible for the way we're being treated all over the world. Very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. We don't need them to survive. We don't need them. And we can give them the oil and gas for free. As I've said before, allow me to repeat. The oil, apart from granting citizenship to every northern Christian, I mean Core North, I mean the Sharia, Arewa, Janjaweed North, you will all live in Biafra land, where you can practice religion without fear or favor. Another thing we are going to do is to pipe free oil and gas across the whole of West Africa. In Biafra, Oduduwa will receive oil and gas for free. You see, Benin Republic, oil and gas for free. Togo will receive oil and gas for free. Ghana the same. All the way to, heaven knows, I think, Western Sahara. Do you know why? Because we want the economies of all these countries to grow as well, because they're going to buy our goods and services. They will buy our goods and services. That is why we need the economies to grow as well. A Biafra will offer free oil and gas to the entire West African coastal region. To tell you, we don't need oil and gas to survive as a people. We are not fighting for Biafra because of oil and gas. We are fighting because it is the will of God, and we must be free. We are free people. We were free before the white man came, and we shall be free once again. And as I've been telling people, and they do not, or some will not understand or hope to understand, what we are doing is of the spirit. The likes of Shoyinka must stand up to speak the truth. Obasanjo, you must speak the truth.
My fellow Biafrans, the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can go on and on and on and on. You can never get tired of his message. I played this very message for us to understand how important it is for us to be free from the zoo. And again, for those people who think that the pursuit of Biafra is a selfish one, it is not a selfish pursuit. The self-determination we are talking about is for the benefit of all, including our neighbors. And those who are fighting against Biafra because they feel that once Biafrans get freedom, that they will themselves be exposed to more danger. They are using us Biafrans as a consolation for their being in the zoo. They feel that once we move out, more especially the Christians in the northern part of Nigeria, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made it very clear in this broadcast that wherever you are, in Nigeria as a Christian, more especially the core north, where those people in the core north, where they are practicing Sharia, that you will be accommodated in Biafra land as a citizen. He made it very clear. He went ahead to say, if oil is the problem, we are going to deliver it free to our neighbors. And he gave reasons that when your neighbor has it all, is not in need, you also will be relaxed. When your neighbors are rich, you will have people to buy your product when it is time. It is very important. The message of Mazen Nandikan, I can't get enough of it. That's why I always advise people, every blessed day, make sure you listen to his message, even if it is 10 minutes. I know most of his broadcasts, some are 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Get hold of any message of Mazen Nandikan, listen to it for 10 minutes, every day, 10 minutes, spend 10 minutes on his message. I bet you your life will never remain the same. All this one, you don't know who is right and who is not, deceiving you. You won't be bothered. You won't pay attention to those blackmail and propaganda. My fellow Biafrans, I welcome every one of you on this program. It's a pity I wasn't able to put the link all this while. Even the link, they refused me to paste the link. I have to write it. I have to take my time to copy it and write it one after that. That's why you see I pasted it more than 3 times. So when you are coming in, try any one of them that is going to work out. I'm happy that my brother Christian has finally come in. So that's a confirmation that at least one of the link is correct. So it has been a problem for me. I couldn't be able to put the link. I tried to copy it and paste. It wasn't working at all. So I had to write it down and now begin to write it one after the other. That's why you saw me. I pasted it many. So anyone that doesn't work, try the next one. But it is, I'm sure now that it's working with the presence of my brother Christian. I'm sure now that it's working. So those who want to contribute on this very topic, please use the link and come in. Go ahead, my brother Christian. You're welcome.
Well done, Brother Chus. Good morning or afternoon. So, yeah, I tried, but obviously, it's good that you typed it like you said. So there were options, and yeah, we just have to keep pushing and commend you for your effort. But before I go further, I'm sure the last time we spoke, you said you are gonna send me a link, make a that monthly.
I'm so sorry. Please, after, once we get out now, just send me a message so that I don't forget.
I will. Yeah, it's easy. So
sorry.
So yeah, this video of Onyendo you are playing is just so like the right time at the because a lot is happening. If any men zoo, if any and I am so personally grateful to Chuko Kabiama that at the fullness of time, everything is unfolding, the truths are coming out from every angle. I remember not too long ago, and the people who you think they ought to know better, people who you think we are one people, so they were on the vanguard of one I'm trying to remember his name, Nsima. These are people who started, initially Biafra. Every time he set up a platform where they were always coming together to condemn Ndibo. I was like, these guys, you don't know what is coming to you, and it's gonna come not in this time future. It's gonna come and hit you people. You are the real enemy. You lead the enemy. You are fighting those trying to protect you, to save you. But to my surprise, they are all coming to the realization now that there's enemy that knows no region but want to conquer everybody. It's unimaginable. He has this platform. Some, not all, but Edo, some Yoruba, and the rest of them. That Igbo is this, that Biafra, that this. I'm saying Biafra is here to save everybody, not only Igbo, not only everybody, including the Hausas.
Exactly.
But it's happening now. It's happening now, including people you least expect will be talking. They're all talking the language and using the language of Nnamdi Kanu. Many of them are admonishing and agreeing to the fact that this guy was a savior, a saint that God prepared for a time like this. It's incredible. To the extent that even the DSS guy is using the same word of Nnamdi Kanu, defend yourself.
Exactly.
And Nnamdi Kanu, heaven knows that this guy, he did not commit not even one crime. What he did was self-defense, defend yourself, because they keep massacring our people with no responsibility. Nobody speaks up. So he has to just defend yourself. That was all. That clearly was all that he did. Advocate for self-determination is not a crime. Nowhere in the world is that a crime. There's no known law to man that self-determination is a crime. Well, that was what he advocated. The rest was self-defense, which also is not a crime. Anywhere in the world, you have to defend yourself. But it's incredible that how God works, that everything is unfolding. Now they are seeing the big picture. They were being myopic all this while, looking at a man God has sent to enlighten you, to awaken you up, that you are all going to be exterminated. And it's happening. And believe you me that the worst is yet to come.
Absolutely.
As long as they continue to remain in this zoo, the worst is yet to come. And for our Igbo, I don't know how much the people understand this, but time will vindicate what we say. Time is going to be the ultimate judge of what we say. When we say this, I've been saying it severally, personally, that Igbo as regards to the Igbo, the politicians, these guys who say they are the senators, the governors, mostly, particularly the governors, they are, if not the number one, and the number two enemies of, because all of them, and I don't make exception, not even Alex Oti. I've said it from when he started doing a lot of good things he was doing. I said, this guy need to be watched closely, because where is this coming from? Where is all this coming from? The same allocation that he gets is what the rest of them have been getting. All of a sudden, and this guy know how close he is with this former central bank governor, Sanusi Lamido. Yeah, those are the championeers of Islamization of entire Nigeria. Alongside Dangote, we know these people. We know who. So when he's so close, with Alex Oti, and he's spending this money, where are these monies coming from? Is there his personal money? He said he's a billionaire from whatever age. Okay, fine, good and fine. But who spends their personal money to build a society? I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that spend their personal money to build a country when you know that country is more than rich enough to develop itself, right? So this is what Alex Oti said, but we are watching. But another good thing, because there's always downside to everything, the good thing is that at the end of the day, whatever these guys do, all these governors who have sold out, who are playing out the script, the agenda of the caliphate, we will be able to reverse whatever damage they bring, because we know what their game plan is.
Yes.
Before they all become governor, they have the approval of the caliphate. All of them from A to Z. Salute all of them. Hope Uzodema is so blatant. Everybody knows how he came. So all of them have the approval of the caliphate. And under the agreement that they will allow that caliphate agenda to be played out, they said it openly. How many times severally have they said things, but people continue to play dumb, sort of, that they want to integrate these Fulanis into the entire. One said that you have to build a country, you have to kill tribe, meaning that every region. And look at even this Alex Oti, I'm telling you now, he is championing this indigenous program whereby in Abia or any other Igbo regional state, if you are, because there are lots of Fulanis in the areas, so if you have a child there, the child becomes indigenous. And if you're a Fulani person, well, of course, some of these Fulanis are not Nigerians, and in recent years, under Buhari, they opened the floodgate, they all came in from the entire Sahel region. I'm so glad, from this program you played, he made mention of it too.
Yes.
How they opened the floodgate for all the Fulanis from what a crime, what a treasonous offense, that you will allow people. And the journalists asked that governor, when you were making that confession, that under Buhari they have this program to allow Fulani from the entire Sahel region to come into Nigeria. And the guy asked him, are you saying that Fulanis who are not Nigerian will be allowed to come in? But Jesus Christ, man. So now, Alesoti, and not only him, other Igbo governors and politicians, basically they are the one championing this indigenous agenda. Oh, Carlo, the other one, Benjamin Carlo, he introduced it. He introduced it at the National Assembly. So you can see that the leaders of Ndigbo, they are not for the people. They are just carrying out Fulani agenda. For the Yoruba, it's slightly different because they recognize that I think this current Yoruba politicians and leaders, if their forefathers were as smart or aware, enlightened as this current one, but the Fulani, they could not have probably conquer them the way they did, like Ilore, Kwara State, and the position of this Islamism upon them, because this current one, Akeroduru, the late Akeroduru, he was so open about Oduduwa nation. He never hid anything. He introduced the singing of Yoruba national anthem everywhere in Ondo State, and he has supported the creation of Omota because they know. So for them and for us is a different thing altogether. Our politicians were put there, all of them, by the caliphate, so we know how that comes about, how everything went down. For the Yorubas, political leaders, not necessarily. There are those who are also compromised, but overall, so our saving grace is the general, ordinary the common man on the street and just the individuals. They know what is playing out, but they've imposed leadership upon us, or Hanez, all of them, they were imposed upon us. So this is very important that our people continue to realize that these governors you see, these Soludos of this world, the Imo State, Ebonyi, all of them, man, these people are the enemy. I'm telling you the gospel truth, because they've agreed that we have to reintegrate, mixed up, infiltrate. For them, the Fulani to infiltrate into us, and one said, if you marry them, you will pay the marriage. So what more do you want to know that these are your enemies? So that is just, I want to put that out there, that don't get carried away by whatever you think Alesoti is doing in Abia State. At the end of the day, they are all working towards one agenda, but they will fail. I'm sure they will definitely fail, because Nnamdi cannot understand this thing more than anybody you can ever imagine. He knows the game plan, and we are not ready to give away our culture, our traditions, our ancestral. We will never give it away. No way. So if they have to kill all of us, so be it, but we never surrender whom we are, our culture, our being, because that is what it's all about. So will they work? I don't know. I mean, in the sense that there's a lot of awakening among the people in various regions. So I think this game plan, this agenda of the Fulanis probably came at the wrong time, but they're not going to give in. They're not going to give up easily, because they are a bunch of people who are very, very determined, stubborn in pursuit of their agenda. But it's not going to be easy. So, my brother, thank you so much. I'm still with you for the time being. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that amazing contribution. You have spoken well. The point you just make is very, very clear. We don't trust any politician. It doesn't matter what they do. Nobody should trust any politician. We can't trust any one of them. They are just the same. It's all the same agenda. Some of them are doing their own lightly. Some of them are doing their own secretly. Some are doing their own seriously. Some are hiding their own under one cover or the other. Yeah. So it doesn't matter how they play it. We don't give any trust. Any change or amendment that has to be done within the United States of Biafra, not while you're in Nigeria. Whatever changes you are making, any law you are passing in Nigeria is illegal, and we will not accept that nonsense. Because first of all, people must have to return to their origin. Countries are created among people that have similar value system. You cannot begin to talk about a country where you mob people together that don't have the same value system together. We cannot accept all those nonsense they're putting forward. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. And I think I can see my brother Greg there, and I see our beloved sister Ojugo. Because of the location and time, please, my brother Greg, let's allow our sister Ojugo to make a contribution. Then my brother Greg will come. My brother Greg is always here with me. So go on, my sister Ojugo.
Good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Welcome.
Just allow Greg to talk. Today is Saturday, so I have the time. Yes.
Okay. Bro, Greg, go on. Greg, go on. Let's hear from you.
Okay. Good afternoon, Maze. Choose. No. My greetings, yes, and my greetings to our sister Ojugo and Maze Christian. Yes. I thank everyone for your good works, and I pray that God continue giving everybody strength and courage to do the needful, because we have no other option than to fight for our freedom. My greetings to Mazin Namdekano and Maz Simon Ekpan and Dr. Ngozo Rabeze, and I pray for God's strength in their life and more courage. Yes, Biafrans, we will not stop. We will continue shouting and crying and making noise until the world hear us, until we are able to liberate ourselves. Nobody will do it for any Biafran. This is the job that Biafrans must do on their own. We are not looking for anybody to come and do it for us. The only thing we pray is let the Biafrans that believe in freedom continue being strong and not being deceived. Yes. So, what are we saying? Every time you bring any video of Mazinam Nekano message, it will be like this message is like today or yesterday. I think the world knows the truth, but they're sitting on top of the truth. The Nigerian elites know the truth, and they are sitting on top of the truth. Yesterday, I was watching a Care report when Akonye went to record that place. So Akonye was saying that even Nigerian media now play Mazin Nanekano's talk, and now everybody is calling Mazin Nanekano a prophet, but they are still holding him, even when they know that everything Mazin Nanekano has said or spoken is coming out one after the other, and is playing out, and they're seeing it with their eyes, and they hold him. And then the question there is this: the so-called the politicians and the elite of Nigeria, who knows the truth and sit on top of the truth, I'm not asking themselves, how long are we going to sit on top of this truth? How long can we pretend that nothing is happening? I have watched and traveled some part of the world. I have done things with many countries, many people from around the world. I find out that there is no country in the whole world. There is no country that exists on this earth that lies to themselves like Nigerians. There is no country on this earth that lies to themselves like Nigeria. Nigeria will see koro what is pure, and they will downplay it and cover it. There is no country in the whole world that pretend and lie to themselves. like Nigeria. No neighboring country, no foreign country, both black and white, Asia, India, Chinese, and call it. There is no country in the world. In Africa, the worst is Nigeria. Number one is they know they don't love themselves. Number two, they don't know Nigeria is not working and they cannot work. So why did they swear that it will not happen in their lifetime? Like Obasanjo, like Buhari, like this man now in the power, Tinubu, like Obi, like Omahe, like just mention any of them. Look at, starting from Imo State, a man that enter power and he's thinking now that maybe in the next 1.5 years his tenure will end. He start coming out to tell people, if I have offended any person, let my people forgive me. So where will they start to forgive you? Where will the Imo and the Igbo people and the Biafrans start to forgive Hope Uzodimma? In which book, in which side of the Bible would they read to forgive Uzodimma? I don't know. I'm a Christian, but I did not see any chapter that will permit me to forgive him. I don't know. I have not seen it. I've been looking all this while. After he write apology, or make apology to the Igbo people, I did not see that chapter that talk about the forgiving Uzodimma. Honestly. So that is the question. Because this is the man that knows the truth. And if he refused to follow the truth, the same to all of them from A to Z, knowing perfectly the truth. And they refuse to follow the truth. They continue lying. And no matter how religious you are and how perfect you are, if you step into Nigeria, they will corrupt you. I heard our elder, Maznaneka, saying, if Congress give him space, he will come and testify how American embassy ambassadors are being corrupt in Nigeria. But that is 100% truth. They are absolutely corrupt. You cannot tell me that these people are not corrupt and they don't take, Nigeria doesn't corrupt them or give them bribe. And a man like Blinken, a woman like Clinton wife, Hillary Clinton, say that Boko Haram is not terrorist, knowing fully well that Boko Haram is a terrorist, was a terrorist, and still a terrorist today. And the man of Blinken, this one of yesterday, see all the killings during their administration in Benue, in Enugu, in every part of Biafra and Middle Belt, even in some part of the north. And Blinken call it propaganda. So tell me, how can a reasonable person use burying his people in mass as a propaganda to bring attention of the international community? So that will show you the kind of corruption that the West, that Blinken and the Biden was. They downplay it because of corruption, because Nigerians pack money and give to them. So that is what the Africans are suffering. Because if you are killing yourself, they will help you and kill and make sure you bury yourself. They are not ready to make you to become somebody. They don't want you to raise up. That is the point. So if where it pains me is the common man in every street of Biafra land, the common man in every street of Ariwa, the north, the common man in every street of Yoruba land, they still don't understand. They still don't understand. Because you cannot tell me that you understand and Hope also didn't tell you that if I win the second tenor, I will take how many thousands of you and send you abroad to go and study and get you work there. Until date, nobody has come out and said, Hope also didn't how many thousands of our Biafran or how many thousands of the Imolites have you sent to Canada and America as you promised? The so-called president now say, if I did not win, if you allow me to be your president, if I did not give you a light, if I come second tenor, don't vote for me. Now, no Nigeria is going to hold him accountable for that promise. And all of them have started talking about 2027 when they have not done anything reasonable rather than killing their people. So, my people, if any of you in the street of Imo, Anambra, Old Imo and Old Anambra, or Old Enu streets, thinking that these politicians will change you, you are lying to yourselves. If you think that Ateze will want Nigeria to change, rather than him Ateze flying private jet until he die and his children will take over, how many of Ateze children are living in Nigeria? How many of them grew up in Nigeria? Even Ateze, who studied in America, he did engineering this program in America, and he came back. And he got himself corrupt and went to the North contract, and they make him a billionaire. That is show you the kind of mindset people are. Even it doesn't matter where they grow. Even if they grow in White House, they will still be corrupt as long as their mind is corrupt. So anyone who deceiving you that somebody is coming to change Nigeria or B is coming to change Nigeria to make life better for you, it is 100% not possible. So, if some of them can be playing Nnamdi Kanu's program today and knowing the truth and still hold him, do you think they're holding Nnamdi Kanu there because they want better for you? No, they're holding Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu is trying to remove their mouth from the sucking breast by all means. The same thing when they play Simon Ekpa's program. You will see the same strong message. So, I think you are doing great. Choose by all this message you are playing this, because this is what we know now. To refreshing people's mind about this message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Simon Ekpa, so that those things will be getting into people's brain again, because Nigeria cannot change. I saw what this man wrote. Ruben, the lawyer. He said that Nigeria lost Biafra in 1967. Even though Nigeria might have won the war, but they lost Biafra in 1967. Even though they won the war, but they lost them in 1967. There is nothing that will make Biafra and Nigeria be one country in life, that it is impossible. And that is the strong message which they're supposed to know. And somebody like Obi is still manipulating himself everywhere, and he will change in Nigeria. He will change in Nigeria. What will he do to change in Nigeria? So that is the problem. So, and the problem we are having, for me, I will every time before I finish, I will always tell the Biafrans, you are your problem. You are your problem. You are holding yourself if you want to be free. Anytime you want to be free, have focus. Know who is telling you the truth. Like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is telling you the truth. Simon Ekpa is telling you the truth. Today, Ngozi Rebeze is telling you the pure truth. There is nothing like propaganda in what Biafra government is doing. They don't have time for propaganda. They don't have time to go and start thinking how and some people who come out to fight for freedom, because they have misunderstanding with each other, and they will be thinking how the children of those people will not succeed in life, laying curses on themselves. This government of Dr. Ngozi, the United States of Biafra, doesn't have time for those kind of evil. So anytime somebody raises up and what he's doing is laying curse upon children of Biafra, that curse is returning back to him automatically. So know who is telling you the truth and follow the truth. Biafra is only one government. And anytime you start looking back, you will fall. You only move, anytime you are in the battlefield, you only move forward. And do not think of the areas you have covered. Every army in the battlefield, any area you fight and you win, what do? You make sure you hold that ground. You cannot fight some area and win it, and you say, no, let us go where we can start again. If you move back, your enemy will come and block those places you have captured. That is what these people are telling you, fall back every minute. We have conquered the level of Brig. We are the level of United States of Biafra. And the only thing we need is your support. The Biafra need your support. The government need your support. The military need your support. Everything need your support, spiritually, physically, and financially, mostly now financially, and moral support. So let the Biafra never listen to these propaganda people who are only lying and lying and lying. Look at the Cameroons. What happened? Look at the Cameroons. I listened to the COS of Cameroon and how they organize themselves and get this message from Dr. Chow, and they played it. They never start disobeying each other or fighting for power or telling you she is not my COS, he is not my COS. The master is telling you that their COS maybe is a Fulani or is he came from Chad, or their COS came from Burundi. They respect that person with that office, and that person is doing that work the way it's supposed to be. And we had you Achobe because he knows the people he have. Even though he's not there, his voice was not shaking. But look at our own. Before our PM was taken away, he was fighting everything to make sure that he brought peace and stop the kind of hate that all those cabinets have for Dr. Ngozi. Questioning them, what have this woman done to you people? And they still carry that hate till today because they did not come in that place to fight for freedom. They only come for their selfish interest and for those that sent them to come to disrupt the work. Cameroon might be fighting, but the kind of demon the Cameroonians are fighting is maybe times, Nigeria own is times 20. Because maybe those are Bazanian, many of them have not acquired too much wealth, and some of the Biafrans have acquired too much wealth. I was talking to a friend the other day. We are talking about Biafra. He was asking me, you people are still strong in this Biafra of Etino. I said, yes, Biafra have not died, and now it is even now that the Biafra have started. He said, really? I said, yes. He said for him, 100% he wants Biafra, but if Nigeria will work, that he will support it. Because all the properties, he made his money in North. He made his billions in North. Because started counting all the whole billionaires in the Igbo land. All of them made their billions in the North. I tell him, okay, because the Igbos make all their billions in the North, then we shall die with the North. Even then, when you are talking about you make billions in the North, while the North have the agenda, and they know the reason they allow you to make those billions is for you to be saying what you are saying today. Yes. He said because they didn't go to school. If you are there, you have the opportunity to make those billions. I tell him it's not true. Because you are not too clever than any other person. They themselves have an agenda. But your agenda is for you to make billions. And every time you'll be telling me you'll be going to Paris, you'll be going to those who become a pride. I'm in London, I'm in America, I'm in this place. Then that become you and your family will be lining up to get visa to travel everywhere you want to travel. Then you become a pride.
My but brother, because of that very line of thought you brought, now let us listen to this message of our Prime Minister this Simon. But just a brief message, then you continue.
Most of you who claim you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria, for that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why?
Go on, my brother. Go on, my brother Greg. Go on. Let's see if we continue. I think, Greg, are you still there? I played this very bite to support what Greg was saying, like people who are complaining because they have business somewhere and they cannot be able to continue or to pursue the Biafra. Because of that, every one of us should be enslaved simply because you have 1 2-room bedroom as your business, as your hotel or whatever, anywhere in the north. For that, you want all of us to be slaves. That is not going to work for any one of us. We won't accept that. It's a pity our brother Greg could not be able to go on. Maybe he had a call also. My beloved sister Ojugo, go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear you.
Okay, Brochus, and my brother that is there. Good morning, everyone. Okay, let me start with saying how we got to this place where we are now. It's because of the foundation. If your foundation is not solid, that house will eventually fall. And why I said that is Nigeria was built with the state. And that role still play in our life today. Why did the British handed Nigeria over to the Fulani? Because they want to save their life. They want to leave. Because those people, if you read the history of what happened, the Fulani are ready to kill anybody if you don't go by their rule. And they don't listen to anybody. It doesn't matter who. They're ready to fight you, even now. And that is why the United Nations, everyone say, releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Did they do that? No. That's whom they are. The Northerners, that's whom they are. Those Fulanis. So that's why, to save their life, they say, okay, take control of this country. We'll make it, join it, but you take control of it. But let us have our life. Do not kill us. Go read that history, how Nigeria was handed over to the Fulanis. So that's the state right from the beginning. And when the Congolese were fighting recently, the recent fight, what were they saying? They said to leave. They are not fighting for the resources or anything, but just to leave. That they want to leave, just to preserve their life. We're all saying the same thing. Pretend you handed over Nigeria to the Fulanis to leave. And we're saying, Nnamdi Kanu said, take the oil, but give us our freedom to leave. We just want to leave. So you see that deceit, and that's what has filled everybody that is born and brought up in that zoo called Nigeria. We travel, we're traveling with it. Except when you work on yourself, that's when you start to rebuild that your own foundation. And that's what the United States of Biafra is doing now, to rebuild the foundation of the United States of Biafra. And not to build it on the same. If you can check the life of our people, these people fighting with us in this Biafra, it's still the same thing playing. You ask somebody, what is the function of a COS? They will tell you. Every other staff is under the COS. Every other. So why is it the head of the state is not there? Somebody way at the bottom now come up why the COS is still there. You see, that deceitful mind of ours, that corrupt mind of ours. So, and a solid foundation, no matter the wind, no matter that building will stand gidigam. So I am happy the way started from Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa and to Dr. Ngosora Bese. That foundation is standing gidigam. And why is Nigeria shaking? Because of the bad foundation of Nigeria, how it started in the first place. Under the said, joining people that you know 100% that they can never be together, that they will not survive together. And the same deceit, even look at Chick and Berry Ike, the woman with white hair in France. The same deceit we're talking about. You say, in the church, the Christian, but you officially are still answering Mary. Why don't you do a name change? That's how people behave. If you don't want this, you can make a change and to show us that you are really this. Who is deceiving who? And that's why all the things are creeping in and creeping out. People are not real. People are not real to themselves.
You can imagine people that are telling you to go back to tradition. The simplest one they can do on themselves by themselves without even consulting anybody. Change of name. They couldn't do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
You don't need consultation. Just show that example. Change your name and go back to tradition that you want.
Yes. You're still answering your Christian name.
Reject the global conspiracy against the Biafran people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent lives that are being wasted away. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa now.